Imagine being on streets every day with no shelter to sleep in or food to eat. Imagine not having anybody to love you or care for you. This is the reality for many strays in our country today. If everyone adopted a pet, think how many lives would be saved, think how many shelters would find homes for these animals, and think how many animals would not be euthanized. Hi, I'm Marika Luis A. Pineda, a vet med student, and I'm here to hopefully convince you that it is much better to adopt pets than to purchase them. According to the humanesociety.org website, shelters lack space, money, and volunteers to rescue and shelter every abandoned animals that they came across. They do try their best to care for the animals that they do have and hope people like you and me come along to give them a new life and love. It's a common misconception that shelter animals are unhealthy or not as good as the animals that are bought from the breeders or pet stores, and that's not true. Shelter animals have proper vet care, including being spayed or neutered to prevent reproduction, as well as common vaccinations that we would get any other animals that we were to purchase from any breeder or pet store. Not only do these shelters have dogs and cats, but they also have other animals like birds, reptiles, and so forth. So if a dog or cat is not your choice, there are other options out there for adoption. Many people don't know this, but purebred animals are in shelters as well. Most of the cases, they are the animals that are neglected or abandoned. Now that I have discussed a few things about shelters, I want to discuss the sad thing about the animal shelters, which is euthanizing animals. The overpopulation in animal shelters leads to euthanizing of animals simply because there are not enough resources, supplies, or space to keep them cared for. Animal shelters cannot afford to do all this alone for every single animal that are brought in. Many animals are turned away and many are sent elsewhere. Thousands of animals are in shelters and half of them are adopted while half of them are also put down. And when animal shelters are full, millions of animals are left in the streets and they end up in animal pounds. According to the Philippines Animal Welfare Society, each year, many thousands of animals are euthanized in pounds or die of disease, hunger, or wounds resulting from fighting. I hope this helps you to understand the importance of adopting over purchasing an animal. If people are not ready or not able to adopt right now, there are still ways that we can help an animal shelter. This includes donating goods such as food, blankets, litter, or even volunteering for the animal shelters to play with them or take them to walks, as well as helping to clean up. Animal shelters are always accepting donations. And by helping them, even in a small way, you can help provide an animal in need. As I have stated, if every pet were adopted and not purchased, animal shelters would be empty and animals that have never known love before would finally know love. We have discussed the importance of animal shelters, some facts about them, and how many lives were lost in vain every year due to euthanizing them. Before ending this, I ask you to please remember that animal shelters deserve love and attention just as much as any other animal that you purchase from a pet store or breeder. They're not at all different than we are in the fact that we desire unconditional love, physical and emotional support, and not to feel lonely. In the future, please remember to adopt and don't shop.
Good day everyone, I'm Eliza Maris Pilapus, and before I start, I just want to share this one of my favorite quotes. It says that dogs have given us their absolute all. We are the center of their universe, we are the focus of their love and faith and trust. They serve us in return for scraps. It is without a doubt the best deal man has ever made, by Roger Caras. Is there anything better than a happy dog? One look at their excited faces, wagging tails, and smiling eyes is enough to melt even the hardest of hearts. Owning a dog is one of my greatest pleasures. If you don't own a dog, maybe there will be at least one reason listed here of why you should. If If you do own a dog, you already have a million reasons to love them. Taking care of dogs requires learning what they need in order to live a full, happy, healthy life. I have read many books on how to raise dogs properly. One of my favorite sources comes from the book What a Difference a Dog Makes. Big Lessons on Life, Love, and Healing from Small Pooch by Dana Jennings. This book offers an adoring, if uneven look at the wisdom and healing power of his miniature poodle, named Piju. There are many benefits to owning a dog. Dogs can improve your quality of life in many ways. They can also prepare you for future commitments. Did you know that having a dog can significantly reduce the amount of stress that we feel in our minds and bodies? Marisa Stanfield states that pets can provide excellent social support, stress relief, and other health benefits, perhaps more than people. Walking dogs are an essential part of caring for them. Conveniently, this motivates you to exercise on a daily basis. It has also been proven that pets help lower blood pressure and boost your immunity. Not only are dogs beneficial to your physical health, but they can also prepare you for future responsibilities. Dogs need to be cared for just like humans. They need exercise, foods, and shelter. If you plan on having kids, owning a dog will teach you how to improve your caretaking skills and hopefully prepare you for children one day. Owning a dog is a big investment. Pets need food, water, annual checkups, vaccines, toys, and beds. Add all this up and your dog could be a bit more expensive than you expected. However, this can teach you how to save money for essential items and stay within your budget. People own dogs because they are lovable animals. Although owning a dog takes patience, energy, and care, the benefits of having a happy, loving, affectionate companion greatly outweigh the negative aspects. They improve your health, your safety, help you become more responsible, and motivate you to take the initiative to save a life. There is nothing better than knowing the second you walk through your door, there will be a joyful, bright-eyed, tail-wagging, accepting snuggly ball of fur waiting for you.
Hi, my name is Kardik RPD and I'm here to convince you to do not pet the exotic animals. In the past 20 years, almost 2,000 incidents involving exotic pets have occurred. Exotic animals that are born in the wild are meant to stay in the wild. Over the years, more and more people think it is a good idea to keep an exotic animals as a pet. However, this is a horrible decision. The animals can feel abandoned, develop health issues, and even spread deadly disease to humans. Exotic animals are unpredictable and could attack their owner or other people near it. These animals are meant to be stay in the wild to get the right food, get their food how they are born to get it, and get amount of exercise that is needed. Exotic animals are abused every day all over the world by not getting the care they need. Not only are the animals being abused, but so are the people around them. Exotic animals should not be allowed to be kept as pets due to the severity of countless issues they can cause. Wild animals are meant to be wild. When humans try to take care of these exotic animals, the animals can get the care they need. People think that getting a cute baby animal is a good idea. In reality, they grow up to be big, strong, dangerous creatures, and the amount of energy exotic animals need to burn up the one in one day is off the charts. Being in a cage or in a leash doesn't cut it. If they can't even get half the exercise needed, many problems can begin. The animals begin to feel stress, their behavior changes, and they can experience malnutrition. People tried protecting themselves by removing the claws or teeth of the animals. However, this causes pain and sometimes even anxiety in these poor animals. Just like humans are born to be loved, exotic animals are born to hunt and survive on their own. They don't need humans containing them and trying to care of them. The animals don't get the food they would be getting in the wild, and they don't have the chance to hunt and fight for a food. And should illness, another major concern, living in a limited amount of space can cause the animals to become sick. They can even get the people around them sick. As you can see, trying to keep an exotic animals as a pet can harm the animals in many ways. Not only can the animals can be harmed, but so can the people trying to keep them as pets. Imagine the excitement you experience when you get a new pet. Now, imagine becoming deadly ill, injured, or dying from what you thought was a cute little animals wildlife conservation society. United States, the global trade in the wildlife provides disease transmission mechanism that not only cause human disease outbreaks but also threaten livestock. International trade, rural livelihoods, native wildlife population, and the health of the ecosystem. The Captive Animals Protection Society has done an amazing amount of research on the illness humans are receiving from exotic animals. Avian disease are very common among exotic animals. Avian disease caused by a bird, have caused over 250 deaths in a 4 years period. When you think of getting salmonella, you think about getting it from undercooked food. However, exotic animals are known to carry this disease. Well, salmonella causes severe illness and sometimes death. 11% of cases are found in the younger people and there are about 74 cases in a year. Exotic animals are not ideal pets. They cannot live in a captivity without getting or spreading illness, having health issues, or getting a very limited amount of physical activity. When you think of pets, you should think of a companion that is sweet and loving. You would imagine going to pet your animal and getting brutally attacked. When you keep exotic animals as pets, getting attacked, ill, or possibly killed is very likely. Exotic animals should not be allowed to be kept as pets in the United States or anywhere in the world. The number of reported illness and injuries are too high, and the death tallies are even higher. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope I convince you to do not pet the exotic animals.
Hi, I'm John Mark M. Alvarez and I'm here to discuss and convince you to save money in bank accounts. When we were a child, we tend to use piggy banks to save money because that's our parent taught us. But as we get older, does what we save in piggy bank still become enough for us? For me, it's not because the inflation bug has the power to erode the value of money. On the other hand, savings bank account is the most basic type of accounts where you can deposit your money and withdraw as when as you needed. Money set aside in piggy banks lies idle, whereas savings in a savings bank account can earn you interest. And yes, most of the banks offer interest for about 3 to 6% per annum, just like BDO, Metrobank, China Bank, land bank, and many banks. In short, your money is to put work, grow wealth for you. And this saving hard-earned money can enable you to lead a financial healthy life. Know more about savings bank account, interest rates to help you to save money and grow your money. If you use check cashing outlets or piggy banks, you're missing out the many benefits of managing your money with the bank accounts. So, here are the 5 benefits of saving money in bank accounts. Number 1 is bank accounts offer convenience. Number 2, bank accounts are safe. Why it is safe? It is safe because your money will be protected from theft and fires. Plus, your money will be federally insured. If your bank closes, you will get your money back. Number 3, it's easy way to save money. Many banks offer an interest rate when you put your money in savings account. Number 4, bank accounts are cheaper. Bank and credit unions generally offer their account holders free and low-cost services. Number 5, bank accounts can help you to access credit. To conclude, though there are numerous avenues to set aside your savings, choosing the right savings is crucial. A savings account is the start of your journey towards financial freedom. And saving your money in piggy bank won't be enough to help your money grow against inflation. So, start your journey with savings bank account and of your choice and simplify your finances. Now, you can even up online savings account opening also. And lastly, happy banking and thank you for listening.
Good day everyone, I'm Angelica Shinji Laga, and during my presentation, I'm going to explain to you why you should adopt a pet and how a pet can benefit you and them. First, we are going to talk about the animals that enter a shelter each year, like stray animals and animals whose owners can no longer take care of them. Next, we are going to talk about how to adopt an animal, like the steps you have to go through, and then finally, we will talk about the benefits of having an animal that affects you and them. We are going to start off by talking about the amount of animals that enter a shelter each year in the United States. Not only do stray animals get put in shelters, but according to possibleadvice.com, animal students' owner no longer want them. 2. ASPCA.org states that 6.3 million animals enter a shelter each year. 3.1 million of these animals are dogs, 3.2 million are cats, 4.1 million animals from shelters get adopted each year. DoSomething.org says that about 2.7 million cats and dogs are killed because there's not enough space in shelters to continue to house them. Now, I'm going to explain to you the steps of adopting a pet and how you can solve the problem. Animals in shelters being killed because there's not enough room for them when adopting. The steps of getting your new furry friend are not always easy. The first step you have to take is going to visit a shelter to find the animal that fits best with you and your family. Once you find the perfect furry friend, then you have to fill an application for them. If your application gets accepted, then someone from the shelter will come to your home and make sure it is safe for you and your perfect new pet. When getting approved, you have a valid ID that states that you are 18 years or older and make sure your address is correct with the house they approve. A family meet and greet is also mandatory to make sure that everyone in the home gets along with the new pet. If the family has other animals, these animals will also have to come to the meet and greet to finally meet the new animal. Finally, if everything goes well, you have to pay an adoption fee and you finally get to take care of your new furry friend. Shelters go through all these steps to keep the animals happy and to give them a nice home that they will love. ZooExpetsCare.com states that home visits are needed to make sure your home is suitable and safe for the new pet. They also say that family meet and greets are mandatory because they want to make sure that the new animal are going to be comfortable around the people and pets that they are going to be living with. When adopting from a shelter, you might run into a couple of obstacles. Dummies.com states that when adopting from a shelter, you might not be able to find the breed of animal that you are looking for. And you might have to answer a lot of personal questions and fill out a lot of paperwork. After explaining to you the steps of adopting a pet, I am now going to tell you the benefits of having a pet. Petkin.com says that adopting a pet will be giving a pet a new loving home for them. Stay at while you are also saving the animal's life. Believe it or not, a pet can help lower your blood pressure and give you a better chance of surviving a heart attack. Having a pet can also help someone with PTSD and a recovering addict. When having a pet, you may see to be a happier person. I know all of these facts because I have looked up credible sources, and I know this from personal experience. In my presentation, we have talked about the animals that enter the shelter each year in the United States. Then we talk about all the steps you have to take when adopting an animal. I hope this speech has made you consider adopting your furry best friend. Thank you.
The fruit of everything good in life begins with a challenge. Everything needs a pill that's worthwhile, and it's not gonna come to you. It's not gonna fall in your lap. You're not gonna be like, oh my gosh, it was just so simple. That was going to be difficult. You have to be committed to the storm and the rain, and the heartache and the pain, and the disappointment, or you're not gonna make it. Anybody can dream it, but you'll never see it until you're willing to be committed to it. You cannot get people to believe in your dream until you believe in it yourself. You have to invest in what you've dreamed for. A golf club is just a golf club. You can pay $500 or $5,000 for it. It's just a golf club until you put it into the hands of Tiger Woods. When you put it into the hands of Tiger Woods, the value shoots up. The same set of clubs. All you added was commitment. When you get it in the hands of somebody who's committed to a dream, who's been working when they were 5 and swinging when they were 6 and swinging when they were 12, oh yes, you're gonna get a great return because there's a great investment. Do you have anything that you're dreaming that you're willing to be committed to? Enough to see it happen? You need a why. Why do you need a why? Because some days you're gonna look at that alarm clock and you're gonna say, "I don't want to get up," but that's why you're gonna say you're gonna push yourself. Get up. Your mama needs you. Your daddy needs you. Your children need you. Get up. Your wife's gonna push you when you can't push yourself. When you wanna quit and give up, your wife's gonna give you that edge you need, that advantage you need, that lift that you need to get to the next level. Your why you can't quit, you can't give up, you can't stop. If there's no money, you make up some, you go print it. If nobody's giving you an opportunity, you create it. Your goals are gonna push you, your dreams are gonna push you. The opportunity of a lifetime is gonna drive you. You will study as long as it takes. You won't go to sleep until you have the knowledge and that it takes to do what you're able to do. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is easy, complain about your situation, your circumstances, stand around and be a volunteer victim like everybody else, surrender and give up on your dreams, become depressed and bitter and angry, anybody can do that. If you do what's easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, keep coming back again and again, get up dressed every day, knowing some way, somehow, with the spirit of expectation, I can do this. If you do that, over and over again, your life will be easy. You have to understand that easy, quick nonsense is made for the fucking sheep, and sheep never fucking win. Use the hard path, the path of responsibility, hard work, and sacrifice, the path of discipline, humility, and ownership that ultimately leads to freedom.
Hello, my name is Emlyn Gerald about Alusan, and I'd like to ask you all some questions. So, here's my question. Have you ever felt like you wanted to give up on something? Or have you ever felt like you couldn't do anything to achieve what you wanted? So, if you ever felt like that, I think that this story might help you or inspire you as well. It is a story of a tricycle driver who was also a farmer and had children who graduated as pharmacists and dentists. So, according to Dr. Marga, the one who completed dentistry, her father completed marine engineer but decided to be a tricycle driver so he would not have to leave his family. And she also mentioned that it was her father who wanted for her to become a dentist, but she refused because it was too expensive and it is going to be hard for them since they have big family. They do have a big family. So her father still insists. He insisted. He promised that he will do everything for them. He will do all the hard works. So, as her father said that, she witnessed all of the things he did for them. She narrates that her father will get up at 4 in the morning to go to their farm and start driving at 6 a.m. And she also mentioned when this moment happens, there's this moment when she needed 20,000 for her school materials and was shocked when her father was able to provide that amount of money. So this story only proves that no matter how hard life is, you can do anything to get what you wanted. If you're willing to get it, you can get it. Don't let the adversity stop you from achieving the success. And I hope that this story will help you because there are a lot of people who are working harder just to get what they wanted. So let's not waste any opportunity and do our best. Thank you.
Life is beautiful but not always easy. It has problems too, and the challenge lies in facing them with courage, letting the beauty of life act like a painkiller, making the pain bearable during trying times by providing hope. Happiness and sorrow, victory and defeat, day and night are just two sides of the coin. Similarly, life is full of moments of joy, pleasure, success, and comfort by punctuated mystery, defeat, failures, and problems. There is no human being on earth that is strong, powerful, wise, or rich who has not experienced struggle, suffering, or failure. No doubt, life is beautiful and every moment is a celebration of being alive. but one should always be ready to face adversity and challenges. A person who has not encountered difficulties in life can never achieve success. Difficulties test the courage, patience, perseverance, and true character of a human being. Adversity and hardships make a person strong and ready to face the challenges of life with equanimity. There is no doubt that there can be no gain without pain. It is only when one toils and sweats it out that success is nourished and sustained. Thus, life should not be just a bed of roses. Thorns are also part of it and should be accepted by us, just as we accept the beautiful side of life. The thorns remind one of how success and happiness can be evasive, and instead of feeling disappointed and disheartened, rather remember that the pain of thorns is short-lived, and the beauty of life would soon overcome the prick of thorns. Those who are under the impression that life is a bed of roses are disillusioned soon, and become victims of depression and frustration. One who faces difficulties with courage and accepts success without letting it go to their head is the one who experiences real happiness, contentment, and peace in life. Those who think that good times last forever easily succumb to pressure during difficulties. They do not put in required hard works and efforts because they break down easily. You can take the example of a student who burns the midnight oil, makes sacrifices, and resists temptation so that he can perform well. Similarly, a successful executive has to face the ups and downs of life, not forgetting that life is a mix of success and failure, joy and sorrow. If he loses hope during difficult times, he would not achieve success and would be replaced by others. Even the strongest kings and emperors have had their cup of woes. Life has not been a bed of roses for them. The adage, "uneasy lays the head that wears the crown," has been rightly used for people who are successful and are enjoying power and authority. To sum up, life is beauteous just as roses, but it has challenges which are like thorns and have to be faced and overcome by all. Those who accept these challenges and succeed are the ones who know how to live in life in its true sense. Thus, enjoy life but also be prepared to bear the pricks of pain.